Hello, this is Fred Liers of Health Products Distributors and another Creating Health Naturally video. And today I'm going to talk to you about what is probably our best-selling product. It is known as pH Adjust. And let me just show you the bottle here, pH Adjust. This is an alkalinizing formula. And it has been one of our best sellers for quite some time because it is highly effective at alkalinizing the body. So basically it's a powder and it has minerals in it, and they're crafted in such a way by my father, Dr. Hank Liers, the company founder and formulator, to rapidly and safely and quickly create alkaline conditions throughout the body. So basically it is able to produce a pH of approximately 7.4, say 7.4 to 7.6 quickly. And so if you are acidic, it will turn you alkaline, which is more and more and more the science is showing and has shown for a long time the importance of being alkaline. Basically, you're healthier when you're alkaline by far. Basically, there's a lot of diseases, conditions, even organisms that just don't do well in the human body when you are alkaline, when your body is alkaline. It's a powder, so I like to demonstrate with some liquid because it goes into liquid. You put this in water. It's a fairly fine powder. I'm just going to kind of pour it out to show you. And you would use approximately 1 scoop, or actually a half a scoop. You'd use half a scoop. Sometimes I do a double serving and I use an entire scoop. It's not going to harm you to use a little extra. But 1 gram is 1/2 of the scoops that come in here. So you can also get a teaspoon measure at home and pour a scoop in, and then you'll have a better idea of like how much of a teaspoon this is. And then you can dose yourself appropriately with the pH Adjust. So I want to talk a little bit about the benefits briefly. There are a number of major benefits to taking this pH Adjust. At least once a day, possibly multiple doses. I take probably 3 doses a day, sometimes more. So the main thing is driving alkalinity. This is the primary benefit of pH Adjust, is to drive that alkalinity. And we also recommend, and we sell the pH test strips that you can get at pharmacies. You can buy them online. We sell them. I don't have one right in front of me at the moment, but you can test your salivary pH, or you can test your urinary pH. You just get a little sample cup. You could spit in there. I'll just take the pH paper and stick it in my mouth. That gives you a ballpark. There are also pH meters, which we own, that we use that are a little more accurate in some ways. But oftentimes the pH paper is just a kind of an inexpensive, quick way of determining your pH quickly and easily, and you can definitely see a difference because the yellow pH paper will turn a blue or a purple color rapidly. So you can do a before and after test, and I've done plenty of those, and I've demonstrated, and I've made some videos on that as well. So the beautiful thing about pH Adjust is not only does it drive alkalinity, but it tends to buffer. And what this means is, and we did not know this at first, but we've since learned it since the product has been developed, it tends to produce ideal alkaline conditions at the 7.4-ish range, whether you're too acidic or too alkaline. And you may think, well, most people are acidic, and so it's going to drive alkalinity, and it does that. But if you happen to be too alkaline, it'll actually, we were surprised, it'll actually pull your pH back down to that ideal 7.4-ish range. So in the off chance that you are too alkaline, which does happen to certain people, maybe to vegetarians especially, or however it happens to people, the cool thing is you're not going to be driving so much alkalinity that you're going to be pushing yourself off the charts. People are concerned. They're like, well, if I over-alkalinize myself, what if I take too much of this? What if I dose myself wrong? Am I going to become super alkaline? Is it going to be harmful? No, it's just going to It's just going to put you in that ideal range, no matter how much you could keep taking it, and it's not going to be driving your alkalinity further and further up. It's just going to be maintaining. Which brings me to the next benefit, which is remineralization. So the product contains magnesium and potassium and sodium. And we purposely don't put that much sodium in compared to, say, competitor products out there. We have a 3-to-1 potassium to sodium ratio, which we regard as sort of the minimum. you might want to have a 5-to-1 or even higher potassium to sodium, but you do want to have more potassium in at least 3-to-1, which is what the product provides. Because without going into too much of the science, there's the sodium and the potassium in cells, and you want to make sure that you have enough potassium to make sure that the cell doesn't get overwhelmed by sodium. That's just basically how it works. And potassium helps with the function of energy production in cells. Which brings us to the next mineral that pH Adjust provides, which is the magnesium. So there's a fair, it's not a lot, but it's compared to this potassium and sodium, it's like 99 milligrams of magnesium carbonate, which is the form we have chosen to use in the product, and it actually is a decent form. It's not highly reactive, and it provides magnesium. And one cool thing that I may not have ever said before is that magnesium carbonate will react with hydrochloric acid, which is stomach acid, to create magnesium chloride. So this is just a little bonus tip. So for example, if you have too much stomach acid, not only will pH Adjust neutralize that, but it will convert the magnesium carbonate into the magnesium chloride form, which is immediately and rapidly absorbed by the body, and many people consider it to be the preferred form of, or one of the most preferred forms of magnesium, just because it's so efficiently used by the body and it goes right in immediately. So if you are too acidic, not only will you get the benefit of alkalinization, you'll get the benefit of getting magnesium chloride through the conversion of magnesium carbonate with the hydrochloric acid. So the product alkalinizes, the product buffers in a huge way, so you don't have to worry about taking too much of it, and if it's going to drive alkalinity beyond a point where you would be uncomfortable or it would create any issues. And it remineralizes, which is one of the main things that happens to you when you are acidic, is your body will actually rob from your bones to buffer the acidity. And in this case, it's providing the minerals that you might be otherwise losing, in addition to creating the conditions where you won't even lose minerals in the first place. So if you're lacking minerals, it's giving you the minerals. If you and it's also preventing you from demineralizing, which, so I mean, it's an all-encompassing product. It's very simple. It's just a few ingredients. It's highly pure, and it's been tested, and it works exceptionally well for everyone that we've known. Also, add another little tip: as we age, we tend to lose our bicarbonate reserves, and we become more acidic. It becomes harder and harder to maintain the alkalinity of our youth. Not that the youth are all that alkaline these days anyway, but it provides bicarbonate reserves, and I will talk more about that in the articles that I'm going to be writing to go along with this video. But just know that you're going to be getting everything you need to become alkaline at any age, and you don't have to worry about becoming over-alkaline, because again, it has the tendency to buffer and bring everything back to the ideal 7.4, 7.45, 7.5 range for pH, which is a great place to be. It's slightly alkaline, and if you're slightly alkaline, you're good. You're right where you need to be. So this has been Fred Liers with another Creating Health Naturally video. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can subscribe to our newsletter on integratedhealth.com, and you can go there and check out the different products. We have probably 50 of them, but pH Adjust, definitely, and it's something you probably want to check out. Anyway, it's been Fred Liers with Health Products Distributors, and we'll see you next time.